باشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests of the high table, guests here present, colleagues and friends, we greet you with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Standing on existing protocols, a term that I don't like to use actually, but I think it's fitting when you're sitting with diplomats. We want to recognize our Imam, Sheikh Shehu Chan, and I was particularly pleased that Mr. Quran gave a testimony of the great work that he is doing. We are blessed to have people like you among us, and we are particularly pleased when we have you in a gathering of young people. I actually commended the Ministry of Digital Economy for coming here today to come and speak to the young people of this country, because the young people of this country need to hear from the government of the Republic of the Gambia. We are the ones who pay the taxes and pay their salaries and their per diems and their fuel, so they need to speak to us. We need to have a conversation with the young people of this country, especially at a time when we cannot account for more than 1,000 young Gambians in the high seas, heading for the Mediterranean, heading for Europe, seeking for non-existing jobs and opportunities. And you think they are lazy. They are not lazy. You think they are crazy. They are not crazy. It is not the case that all these young people who are traveling don't have jobs. Some have jobs. I saw the picture of one. He's working in the construction industry. Today, it was on Facebook. His picture is actually, he's laying bricks. Koko defa nyaka fulak faida, nyakut fulak faida. Womanke mufuri ngoti. Womanke atayala timbedo kam. Ahamole warata. Ahameta mena ala banko ma diara no. Walati na fintita. Nte wo funding ke wol doyala no. Nko nyanta sila le liye kacha. Na long membe kerim banko kam. Munati na funding ke wol ka pare. Purke niyo la kata bakono ka faje. Imanke mufurinti, imanke nyamatiti, imanke toleti. Banku din kendo leng i hamole soto. Fonnite kachala banga jibe. Ila natol, ila jikol ase mafano nyamemba kana ke alba billahi wa albala le kerim Gambia banko kanjam. Nimmen sonta waleng, nimmen man son waleng. Fonding ke o Gambia tingo, me alon ko metara dula alon sai. Malon foy be baluri foy asiata fonding ke wuli kilenti. Ali konte o kachala bang. Womanyana kachala ba, wonyanta kachala le, anyanta kachala misirol tole, anyanta kachala chojol tole, anyanta kachala bantabal tole, anyanta kachala sa Dauda Kairaba Jawara Conference Center le, anyanta kachala le. Woto sapia mbe tentula mbe jayila yenin silome walang Gambia funding ke woliye kakafunyoma. Kalondo kanyose ya kala kalondo kidimandi kalondi tiol kidimandi kalondi tiol men kamuta ko sheke bu jam ke samanang pour inim funding tioli kacha chehon se wota de ila do ko wala ini nyum shehol nale nyum funding gol tiol tuje alko funding tiol wol mela silolong amanjari ni taradula kilin garum to la ko wol kasiyale ala len dawo nyama barnal man diamun tolli setan be diamula nyale shehon to nya fon falia. Woto safia mbe tentula mbe jayila lumtan kummal men be nata jam mbe tentula mbe jayila katu momo nata jam ye hajole soto nteri man kanumte Dr. Cherno bari me alon ko nabe ni do ko wala sanji mo wonni lulu koma book launching, book editing, book publication ni akomandi dawda ndeka fala aman jari yente komandi ate fanan karamo be jam ambassador Esha Bokarsi Dr. Jibang Alkontom Mr. Quran Mbarima Mr. James Ulwalko Kulim Jum. I'm glad the chairman has not given me time yet, because if he gives to me, I have to respect it. Thank you for your generosity. I'll keep it within 10 minutes. But we are here, and all the Quran reciters, mashallah, Sheikh Kante, he made me cry. That's not very normal of me. The Nasheed reciters, alhamdulillah, I want to celebrate you, even though you're not here with us, for the beautiful work that you are doing creating those nurseries, laying the foundation for the germination and cultivation and fructification of knowledge. Londo femman kumayati. Sako moli men ya lonko ila kitabo mul linjillati anin al-Qur'ano. In the beginning, there was the word, and the word became what? Flesh. Ndolla kitabo ko iqra bismi rabbikal ladhi khalaq. Men la kitabo mwoti mo nyantan hanyela puruka londo la kumaya fo wali bang. Walaqad atayna Dawuda wa Sulaymana ilman wa qala alhamdulillah alladhi faddalana ala kathirin min ibadihi mu'minin. Sheikh londo man ke jahan fentile Dawuda ni Sulayman alay be rul so men nasiyatal de ay man saya di wala me ya lonko mota sotla ko tanke abadan ay londo dila ay kuwobe dila kabri be ala tuntule ko nyaabi alhamdulillahi alladhi faddalana ala kathirin min ibadihi almu'minin bal jani wo na mune fotaje wala qad atayna Dawuda wa Sulaymana ilma woto alina londo nyini wallahi dendi ka yimmante ka nyini le moto mba nyini le korda mba nyini le bari yo be soto imal londo soto imal hikma soto asi basic ye haba an mantura asi falim fang ay ke yankan ka to de fi dunya wal akhirah woton se londo nyini ngabula londi ti yol noma ngalla moy londi ti yol la katu wala be silo wala na mbenna baluwa kala nyamen hayatan tayyiban fi dunya wal akhirah. Yutil hikmata man yasha wa man yutal hikma faqad utiya khayran kathira. Ni londo soto ye hikma soto ya be soto le bari munen hikmati falang cheikh kabrin ala bala kitabo jayila aba kitabo kiliman ya mun ko hikmatun baligha hikma adanta also. So we go back to the topic of the day, words on war. So Chairman, you gave me 3 minutes. I'm sure you will not stop me before launching the book, because anything else is less important. That's the game plan, right? We got to get the results before the end of the 90 minutes. This is Safiya's day. It's words on war. So this is a festival of knowledge, a festival of words. I don't think I'm the only one who would make this mistake to say war on words, even though the title is what? The Kiankasa say war on words. It's the words on war, and we are in a period of war. One of the speakers here made reference to what? Palestine. When Safiya was conceiving this book, it was not there. Hey, poetry is very powerful. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is quoted as saying, in it is what? Hikmah. So the words on war is what we are celebrating here. And like I observed in the foreword to the book, I said when Safiya published our first book, we were here last year, it created a lot of excitement, and lots of books have been written, published, and launched since then. This second collection of poems here with this title is exemplifying what the first title said, under the spell of poetry. It's like the whole country is under the spell of poetry. May that spell endure. May that spell inspire and purify our young generation towards, as Saudada Uncle left us here with, the common good. And that common good is peace, is tolerance, is mutual respect. I say that common good is what? Hope. We cannot afford to lose hope. The young people of this country cannot afford to lose hope. No matter how tough it is, I think it is not advisable to take unnecessary risks to go to the West. I've never said that young people of this country should not travel. I've never said, and I will never ever say it. But we should not take unnecessary risks to risk our life. We should not do that. But we should not lose hope. One of my chefs once said, he said the first bidder is to lose hope. And I believe that's authentic. Well, Allah brought this deen, these prophets, the Quran, to give us what? Hope. We cannot afford to lose hope. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who brought us the greatest book of all time, starts every single chapter of it with what? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The only chapter that doesn't have it gets compensated in another surah, where within this surah Allah speaks in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the Lord of mercy, the most gracious, the most merciful. That cannot be your God and you lose hope. We cannot afford to lose hope. So we appeal to the young people of this country to be a little bit more patient, to be a little bit more hardworking, and we see through conversations, motivations, and walk. We have to walk, and we have to be patient also. Inna Allaha ma'as sabirin. A lot of the problems we get into as young people is lack of patience. We must be patient. Allah feeds every bird. You sow your seed. Do you know what happens in the ground? No, only Allah knows. But it doesn't happen overnight. So funding ke fonse sabari ngamunya ka koronto ka moto soto ka koronto ka korda soto ni woyela baluota ya kundu ibe ilafita minne ba soto la nyaadi le katate la banna no jamba o siu metale. But the words on war has brought my mind to a gentleman, since we are talking about words. And words are important, but if we try to cage people, to gag them, to scare our poets and future tellers, then the words will not be spoken. Unfortunately, we are within a time where instead of Safiya's words on war, there is a war on words, and that has to stop. I'm not sure if Safiya will be comfortable for me to say this on her platform, but I will say it because I'm inspired to say it, and nobody can cage the author of Kana song. I'll be done soon, but I'll have to say this. Last year we were here with our good friend and brother Madi Jobate. Today I'm not seeing him here. He's not my best friend, everybody knows that. But he's been arrested, detained, charged, his phone seized. That's a war on words. I think the state should let Madi be and let him be free and let him speak his mind. It's part of democracy. That's what we voted for. That's the change we all supported in this country. We know there are laws. We respect the laws. We know democracy comes with some noise. We should endure it. If you can't stand the heat, what do? Leave the kitchen for somebody else. But we should stop this war on words so that we can celebrate the words on war. I want to congratulate all the budding poets, all of us in this country. But I want to specifically congratulate and thank Safiya Youth for the many themes she's weaved into this tapestry of literary excellence, from the opportunities and challenges of our youthful population, from migration to related areas, culture, relationships, religion, every facet of our life she has captured in this collection. And in this collection, Safiya has actually amplified her own voice. You can see I'm parking.
Thank you.
And in amplifying her own voice, she has spoken for an entire generation and is documented in one of the greatest treasures that any generation can have: words, books. So I want you to join me to kindly stand up and give a standing ovation to Safiya Youth, one of the most dynamic young people of our generation, who has taken the trouble to work to create such a brilliant masterpiece of literature, but more importantly, to bring all of you here and all of these experts